Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. This is a Swiffer. You probably recognize it. Nice little thing. You can put a little wet pad on it and clean floors, kind of like a mop. Comes with a pre-moistened pad that you just buy a box of them, and they slip on there and tuck into these little things, and works quite well. Only problem is, it's not very sturdy. Yeah, this handle broke off. Now I tried gluing it, and it doesn't work. The glue doesn't stick either to the aluminum or to the plastic. And I'm using something that in the past has worked quite well. It's called Ultimate Multi-Surface Adhesive. I think the problem is the fit is too tight. It's designed to be just shoved in there, and then there's 4 little stakes on the handle that hold this plastic piece in. And the section just above those stakes snapped. Now, admittedly, I was using it. I was probably being too heavy-handed. One of the problems of being who I am. So, I put more glue on it, and now I'm going to do something that should make it so it doesn't do this again. This is a box of screws that I got at Harbor Freight. Tiny sheet metal screws, and little wood screws, and bolts and nuts. This is a nice thing to have around if you don't have a lot of fasteners in your kit. It's cheap. I think it cost me $6. Of course, that was pre-COVID, so everything is doubled. And of course, we're doubling the rate of inflation every day, or something like that. So who knows what the price is today. But if you need an assortment of little fasteners and screws, it's a good one. The reason I'm using it is because it has these little tiny guys here. So I'm going to put 2 of these, one on either side. That'll fasten this aluminum handle to this plastic handle and should get me out of trouble. There's a couple of schools of thought on using an impact driver as a drill. I use this one because it works. This little kit of hex drill bits, I'm not sure where I got them from. Either Menards or possibly Harbor Freight. They're inexpensive drills that drop right in and fit quickly without a chuck. Well, this little chuck. You just pop it forward and the drill bit comes out. So I can drill my hole, put a drill bit in, or a screwdriver bit in, and drive the screw. Oh, and there's fancy ones that let you flip the thing around, and there's FIL tools, father-in-law tools. That's the ones you get him at the gas station on the way over. That have little magazines of screwdriver bits that go in and out and do all kinds of stuff. I like this little DeWalt driver. It's lasted a long time. Tough as the dickens. Does a great job. It has the old batteries on it, but these yellow topped old batteries, they hold up pretty good. The black ones, they lasted about 12 years. And they started going south on me. 12 years isn't bad. But I would much prefer being able to just buy a battery for this, because this impact tool is probably going to last longer than I'll be able to use it. Okay, let's get started on the repair job. drill on through into the hollow of the handle, then start the screw. There. Now the glue is going to continue to set up. It just takes a long time because the fit's so tight in there, there's no way for the solvent to escape the glue. But it works. And the screws, although not as strong as a good glue joint, because glue joint grips the whole surface, but they will work. There. Now that's got it anchored. And I offset the screws. One's a little bit closer to the end than the other. That way I know that these screws are just about long enough to touch on the inside, and they'll just bypass each other and not cause a problem. Now that should have it. If I'm a little less heavy-handed on the tool in the future, probably a good idea. I've fixed the Swiffer. Gets me out of trouble and saves me a few bucks. Now, you might ask, well, how much did it cost you to do all this work? And the Swiffers are cheap. You could just buy another one. Yes, I could. But I'd have to drive somewhere and get it. Driving is not cheap anymore. Gas went from $3.19 to $3.49 yesterday. Yeah, price goes up and down pretty fast, doesn't it? And big chunks, not just little bits. But they say, well, it goes up a percentage point. Well, a percentage point when it was $1 was a penny. Now that it's $3, a percentage point is 3 cents. So it didn't go up just a percentage point. It went up about 7 percentage points. So cost being relative, I think it is well worth the time, effort, and trouble to put 2 screws. And besides that, I don't have to drive to town, hunt for a Swiffer, although I probably could pick one up at Myers for about 20 bucks. So 16-mile round trip to town, that's about half a gallon of gas. That's roughly $2.20, and then 20 bucks, $22.20. Then you add the tax in there, which is 6 cents on the dollar. So we go 20 times 6. Yeah, that's $1.20. So we're now up to about 25, rounded off to $25. And instead, I spent a couple of minutes down here with you guys and fixed it. And it's stronger than it started out, because originally this broke. So this shouldn't break. And I try and put all this stuff away when I'm done with a project, because this takes a few minutes and makes it so next time I have to find the glue, I know right where it is. It's over on the glue shelf. The drill bits go in the rack where the drills go. The impact driver goes in the rack where the drill goes. Some of you may remember me putting this up. If not, I'll leave a link in the description. That's the charging bay for all those batteries. The drill bits go right here. I know where they're at. glue goes around the glue shelf. And this heads down to the storeroom, where I know where it is. All those minor steps make it so the next time I want to fix something, it costs even less. Time spent well. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.